Order the special meeting of the Board of Education Thursday, November 9th, 2017 at 5:00 p.m. with Blair, Cruz, Fikes, Nah, and Orozco present. Are there any requests to speak from the public on closed session items? Okay. We will now adjourn to closed session regarding the following matter, which is described in detail on the printed agenda, a student matter, parent request to grade change. And we will be back. I now reconvene to the special meeting of the Board of Education at 5:10 p.m. with Blair, Cruz, Fikes, Nah, and Orozco present. Before we begin, please silence all electronic devices and note that these proceedings are being recorded. Pat?
The board met in closed session from 5 p.m. to 5:07 regarding a student matter, parent request to change grade. The board took action by a vote of 4-0-1 with Cruz, Fikes, Nah, and Orozco voting yes and Blair abstaining to uphold the decision of the superintendent, which denied the grade change request for student number 318-040186 and adopted findings in support of the superintendent's recommended decision.
Thank you. If you would all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. Thank you. We are now at the action items, and can you please announce the first item?
Item 2A1, public hearing regarding Allegiance STEAM Academy Thrive Charter School petition.
And that is to recommend the Board of Education conduct a public hearing regarding the Allegiance STEAM Academy Thrive Charter School petition. I now open the public hearing regarding Allegiance STEAM Academy Thrive Charter School petition at 5:11. Speakers?
Speakers, you have 3 minutes in which to make your comments. When you see the green light, please commence your comments. When you see the yellow light, you'll have 30 seconds remaining. When you see the red light, please cease your comments. The first speaker is Ethan Akamoto, followed by Landon Stevens, followed by Gavin Stevens.
Good evening, Superintendent Joseph and members of the board. My name is Ethan Okamoto, and I'm a 14-year-old currently in high school. That might invoke some thought like, this guy's only 14. What does he know? Well, you may be partially right in that I do still have a lot to learn. However, tonight I would like to share just a few things that I do know. I know the importance of school choice. I was able to attend the school of my choice for the past 3 years, and that has changed and helped me immensely. Not only has the way I've learned improved, but I've been able to pursue my other interests, such as music, thanks to school choice. I know that my younger siblings deserve the same opportunities that I had. Since they would be eligible to enter into Allegiance STEAM Academy, I would want nothing but that for them. Seeing how school choice has changed my life for the better makes me want it for my siblings and also for all students. I know the importance of never giving up. This more relates to working on this charter. Since my mom has helped work on this charter, I've seen firsthand the time that's gone into perfecting it to where it is today. I can see that these amazing people care so much about this charter and all the students it will affect. So this is the charter you need. This is the beacon emanating through the dark. This is the glimpse of hope. This is what can make a huge difference in students' education. This is Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Landon Stevens, followed by Gavin Stevens, followed by Paige Vesti.
Good evening, President Orozco, Superintendent Joseph, and members of the board. My name is Landon Stevens, and I'm here today to show my support for Allegiance STEAM Academy. I was fortunate enough to attend a charter school for 7 years, and I hope my younger brother Gavin will be able to finish his elementary and junior high years at Allegiance and get the same opportunity and experience that I got. A daily schedule of Allegiance is designed to create a well-rounded student and build upon the student's natural talents. Character development, goal setting, leadership skills will all be developed in and out of the classroom. My experience during the last 7 years with world language, music, science lab, and the community of my school helped make me focus on my college, not when will I attend, but where I will attend. I'm excited for my brother and the future students of Allegiance STEAM Academy to have an exposure to engineering and technology, just to name a few, which are some of the highest paying jobs out there in the career world. Success of these students can come from a wonderful school right here in Chino Valley, where my own parents were born and raised. I ask you to open your heart, your mind, and believe me when I say my education thus far at attending a charter school has shaped the future of my life and what I will strive for the better. Please give this to my brother and for many more who deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gavin Stevens, followed by Paige Vesti, followed by Jaden Rawl.
Hello, Superintendent Joseph, President Orozco, wait, hold on. President Orozco and board members. My name is Gavin Stevens, and I am 9 years old. Wait, hold on. Okay, ready? What I'm most excited for is Allegiance STEAM Academy is. What I'm most excited for is the Allegiance STEAM Academy and the letter T. Is the letter T in STEAM. It stands for technology and is important to my education. Technology is future for all of us, but it is the thing will make my life easier. I would love to be a part of Allegiance because of their STEAM because of their STEAM lab where I hope to touch all the things I learn in the classroom. I hope you make this school approved for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paige Vesti, followed by Jaden Rawl, followed by Connor Vesti. Jaden Rawl, followed by Connor Vesti.
Good evening, board members. My name is Jan Raw, and I am 7 years old. I would request that you vote yes on Allegiance STEAM Academy because Allegiance is A, awesome, L, leading, L, laureate, E, excellent, G, genius, I, innovative, A, amazing and necessary, C, cool and simply put, E, everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Connor Vesti, followed by Jordan Rawl, followed by Lauren Odo.
Members of the board, my name is Connor Vesti. I am 9 years old. My mom and dad are creating a new school for their parents. This school is called Allegiance STEAM Academy. I really want this to open so I can see some of my old friends again. This program will be fun. There will be a lot of events. There will be music, science, computer lab, and we can learn different languages. I am excited for Allegiance STEAM Academy. Please let this school open. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Jordan Rawl, followed by Lauren Odo, followed by Brandon Odo.
Good evening. My name is Jordan Well, and I am 8 years old. I ask that you vote yes on Allegiance STEAM Academy so that my 3 younger sisters and I can benefit from the wonderful opportunities that will be part of the program. Allegiance STEAM Academy should get your vote of yes because it has a potential to show you it's the best. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math will lead hundreds of young children down a college-bound path. I look forward to attending and learning a lot through experiments, activities, and projects that I hope will never stop. STEAM is America's future, and so am I. Please vote yes and give Allegiance a try. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lauren Odo, followed by Brandon Odo, followed by Caleb Valenzuela.
Good afternoon. My name is Lauren and I am 8 years old. Have you seen the movie Hidden Figures? My mom took me to see it. Did you know it was girls who calculated the launch and landing for the astronaut? Yes, girls, and they are called computers. But if you ask girls my age or even older, they will tell you that they're not good at math or they don't like math. But if you ask boys, their answers are different. Boys have dreams of becoming an engineer or a scientist. But if you ask girls what they want to be when they grow up, engineer or scientist is barely said. We need to change that. Do you know why? Because girls can do anything boys can do. I think if girls are shown how cool science experiments are or shown that these things are not just for boys, they would be excited about it, and we would have more girls like Katherine Johnson, the lady who calculated the landing for John Glenn, the astronaut. Being an astronaut is cool, but if you don't have anyone doing the math for the launch and landing or the engineers building the space shuttle, the astronauts couldn't go into space. If we had a school like Allegiance that taught students, even girls, that anyone can be good at science, math, and engineering, we would have more girls wanting to be engineers and scientists, because girls can do anything boys can do if given the chance. So I ask you to please give us a chance to become engineers and scientists by voting yes for Allegiance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brandon Odo, followed by Caleb Valenzuela, followed by Roxana Placencia.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm 5 years old, and I'm in kindergarten. I want to go to a school like Allegiance because I want to learn about science and engineering because I do funny stuff at school and at home. Can I tell you a joke?
Yeah.
How do you make a tissue dance?
I don't know how.
You put a little boogie in it.
Good job.
Good evening, board members. My name is Caleb Valenzuela. I'm currently in 6th grade with an IEP, and for this reason, I'm here to support Allegiance STEAM Academy to say this because this year has helped me understand the difference between public school and school of choice. I was fortunately to have a support team made up of my family, teachers, and school staff to teach me the true meaning of education. That is the way to find myself standing here in front of you. I believe that Allegiance will bring great programs that will encourage students to become leaders and set a learning environment that will bring greatness out of each student. I believe having a school of choice in our community will help bring valuable and family setting. Thank you for your time. Please approve this Allegiance Academy so that we may encourage our community.
Thank you.
Roxana Placencia, followed by Aya Celine Angeles, followed by Stacy Stroud.
Hi, my name
Roxanna, and I want STEAM Academy to open because I only have two sisters that always bug me. And I want to go to regular school so we could have separate classes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aya Celine Angeles, followed by Stacy Stroud, followed by Ryan Stroud.
Good evening. My name is Celine Angeles. I'm 11 years old. My friends Ashlyn Okamoto and Isabel Munoz is here with me in support of Allegiance STEAM Academy. Ashlyn, Isabel, and I have been lucky to experience going to a school of choice. We had fun learning and loved going to school every day. Everybody was happy, smiling, and high-fiving every day. There was always something challenging and fun. In my old school, I learned how to do computer coding, explored outside the classroom, sang in the choir, plus acted and danced in a play. I also discovered I can play a flute, learned a different language, and loved math. There are also many after-school activities we can join. There are stuff I truly miss because it made me curious about things and it helped my creativity and problem solving. Allegiance STEAM Academy offers most or all of these classes: science, technology, engineering, art, and math, besides the other classes I mentioned before. Could you imagine going to a school like this, where everybody is smiling and high-fiving all the time, having fun while learning, and having an amazing education? Every kid would want a school like this. Every teacher would want to teach here, and every parent would want to have their kids go here. I would like to read you a quote for teachers and educators. It takes a big heart to shape little mind. Please show us your big heart and help shape our little minds. Please say yes to Allegiance STEAM Academy. You have the power to make a difference to a child's education.
Stacy.
Thank you, and I hope that you please open Allegiance STEM.
Stacy Stroud, followed by Ryan Stroud, followed by Sebastian Ramirez.
Good evening, board members. My name is Stacy Stroud. I am 10 years old and I'm in 5th grade. I would love to attend Allegiance STEAM Academy next year. Education is very important to me. I believe this school will have all the amazing academic programs that I will thrive in. In the future, I would like my career to be in the medical field, striving to become a doctor like my older sister. I think this school will benefit my plan. Please vote yes for school choice. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Ryan Stroud, followed by Sebastian Ramirez, followed by Brooklyn Mangold.
Good evening. My name is Ryan Stroud. I believe Allegiance STEAM Academy fits the teachings of the way I learn best. I really like the programs they will have to offer, and I feel I'll do really good if I can attend this school. Please vote yes for school choice. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Sebastian Ramirez, followed by Brooklyn Mangold, followed by Kamoza Kabandama.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Ramirez, and I'm here today to tell you why you should open this school. Every big thing starts with one little thing, and if you open the school, which is one little thing, it'll grow to be the best charter and have brilliant people. And if you keep this school, it will have brilliant people, but you don't know if you don't try. So please consider opening the school.
Thank you.
Brooklyn Mangold, followed by Kamoza Kabandama, followed by Gavin Diaz.
Hello, board members. I am Brooklyn Mangold. I am 8 years old, and I am in 3rd grade. I came from Rolling Ridge Elementary, and I didn't write anything because I wanted to go from my yard. And so I want to say about Allegiance that I really want this school and that everybody will have a good time at this school. And that everyone will have a good time, everyone will play, everyone will have a good time learning. And just, I really want this school, and thank you.
Thank you.
Kamoza Kabandama, followed by Gavin Diaz, followed by Andrew Vesti.
Hello, CVUSD board members. My name is Kamoza Kabandama, and today I'm here to support Allegiance STEAM Academy. I believe that my sister and I could benefit from such an opportunity. I'm looking forward to learning in a fun environment with high academic standards. Please approve this petition. Don't deny us of this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brahma B. Brahma's.
Good evening to the board and members of the Chino Valley Unified School District. Can I share a secret with you? School choice actually makes everything better for students, family, and community. My name is Abhay Abram Kshatri, and I am in 4th grade at Cal Aero Preserve Academy. I love to read, write, and go camping. For 3 years, I got to go to science lab every week, chess club on Tuesdays, and concert choir on Thursdays. We would talk about robotics in science lab. We also learned to speak Mandarin. Remember that I told you that secret? Well, I think that all students should have this opportunity. I know you work hard every day to give students a great education and prepare them for the future. Please, will you make the best school choice and support Allegiance STEAM Academy? Thank you.
Thank you.
Gavin Diaz, followed by Andrew Vesti, followed by Raquel Rawl.
Hi, my name is Gavin Diaz. I'm here to ask you to open Allegiance STEAM Academy. Please open this school. I want to go to a school that is fun to learn. It has a lot. I am a type of kid, and I am a type of kid who has a lot of questions like what's inside an iron. Like what's inside an iron that makes it hot. So when I found out that this school will teach me things like that, it got me excited. I want this school to open. This means a lot to me. I need a school that is good for kids and me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew Vesti, followed by Raquel Rawl, followed by Vanessa Akamoto.
Good evening, President Orozco, members of the Board of Education, and Superintendent Joseph. My name is Andrew Vesti, and I am one of the dedicated parents who have committed myself as a lead petitioner for Allegiance STEAM Academy. This program was created by a group of dedicated parents who are very involved in their children's education and believe in school choice. We did research on several other successful charter schools to create our program. We consulted with successful charter school leaders, legal counsel, and financial advisors to create a program that can be successfully implemented and we feel meets all elements of the education code. Yes, we are not formal educators, but we are parents who will do anything it takes to allow the school to open. We will work collaboratively with the district to provide another option for students in our community. We're not trying to be better, we're just trying to create a successful charter school program. In the following speeches, you're going to hear from the other dedicated parents in our group a vision for a school that will provide a wonderful experience for the children who attend our school. As parents, we have a vision to provide another educational option for the students of CVUSD. We are parents who have a vision of accepting all students into our program. We researched prior findings for other petitions and have heard your recommendations. We have over 500 students interested in attending our great school and 30 teachers interested in being part of this program. Our program will not entail an independent study program, as it is important for students to attend school on a daily basis for a STEAM type program. Our educational program will be progressive and prepare our students for their successful future. You will hear how we have walked the community and answered questions regarding our program and school choice. We had the ability to change the perception of charter schools in the neighborhood, in our target area, and many of those parents completed intent to enroll forms. As founding members of the program, we have dedicated our lives to making sure this school is available for all. We want to ensure all students are served equally. As the son of a single mother who struggled to provide for me, I understand the challenges of some of the families in our community. As a police officer, I see parents struggle with providing for their children on a daily basis. This school will ensure families such as those will feel comfortable their children will be provided with an educational program that will prepare them for the future. We want all of our students to be success stories. You're also going to hear about our special education program and how important it is to keep our SPED children in the classroom with their fellow students. Our inclusive program will help these children not only getting a good education, but preparing them socially for their successful future. I want to thank you for your time and allowing us this wonderful opportunity to speak before you today. I am excited for you to hear about the support and excitement for our Allegiance team and the community.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for your service to the school district and for your time this evening to hear about a case that is near and dear to my heart. I stand before you today as a scholar, professor, doctor, mother, lifelong learner, and lead petitioner for Allegiance STEAM Academy. And because we have proposed a STEAM-based school, I also stand before you as the daughter of a computer programmer, the sister of a computer science engineer, a college graduate with a degree in biology, a person who still knows that Avogadro's number is 6.022 times 10 to the negative 23rd, that acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second squared, and that the triangle inequality law says the sum of any two sides has to be greater than the third. But as put forth by former President Barack Obama, STEAM is more than a school subject, or the periodic table, or the properties of waves. It is an approach to the world, a critical way to understand and explore and engage with the world, and then have the capacity to change that world. All young people should be prepared to think deeply and to think well so that they have the chance to become the innovators, educators, researchers, and leaders who can solve the most pressing challenges facing our nation and our world, not only today, but tomorrow. But right now, not enough of our youth have access to quality STEM learning opportunities, and too few students see these disciplines as springboards for their careers. For us, STEAM is not merely a program. It is a philosophy ingrained in all facets of Allegiance so that our students garner essential 21st century interdisciplinary learning skills. Allegiance believes that an education steeped in STEAM will be most successful to prepare our students for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Scientists, mathematicians, engineers, and artists need to be comfortable with open-ended, challenging problems. They must show resiliency so that when an experiment or design does not yield the expected result, they adapt their thinking and try again. Recognizing the reality and pervasiveness of the need to compete in a global knowledge economy, Allegiance will prepare students to thrive not only in their school, but in the world, the ultimate classroom. Aligning with principles of STEAM education, we will collaborate with the community, higher education, and industry. Our STEAM program will give more than just lip service to the trend of today to focus on STEM education. We have been in communication with and are prepared with community and institutional partners who will ensure that our curriculum, pedagogy, and evaluation of programs are sound. Institutions like UC Riverside, where we already have a STEM academy, and professors like my colleague, Dr. Celeste Pillegard, whose research straddles the intersection of cognitive psychology and educational psychology, both how we learn and how, as a consequence, we should teach in STEM domains. Our students will benefit from our networks from individuals like my fellow Stanford alum, structural engineer Dr. Henry Burton, the Engelkirk Presidential Endowed Chair of Structural Engineering at UCLA, who can share rigorous and culturally relevant research on the application of developing enhanced earthquake-resistant building systems. Industry partners like Lisa Cagnolati, one of the VPs for Southern California Edison, and so on and so forth. I leave you with a quote from another one of our potential collaborators, Dr. Gregory Washington, Dean of Engineering and Computer Science at the University of California, Irvine. If you are not focused on STEM, you will not be relevant in years to come. We want to ensure that our students and our children in the district are relevant in the coming years. I believe our children are the future, and the future is STEAM.
Thank you.
Dallas Mangold.
Good evening, Superintendent Joseph, President Roscoe, members of the board. My name is Vanessa Okamoto, and I'm a lead petitioner for Allegiance STEAM Academy. The centuries-old quote comes to my mind tonight that goes, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Presenting this charter petition to you is our first step in bringing a new school of choice to this community, and we are more than ready for the journey. When I say we, I refer to this group of parents who have been united by a shared passion for education and, of course, our unrelenting quest for what type of learning environment will fit best for our children. I don't believe I can stress enough how our sole purpose for being here tonight is for our children, 100% for our children. There are absolutely no personal or monetary goals or ambition. This is truly all about the kids. We also proudly stand here representing a much larger group of parents who share our vision and our desire to have more educational choices for our children. I see this as being similar to presenting a screenplay to you. We are creating a framework here, not presenting a concrete finished product. The movie has yet to be made, the participants have yet to be hired, but I believe so much in what is in this charter that I am confident it has all the necessary components of being a successful program. Kids like mine are excited about this opportunity. Parents continue to sign intent to enroll forms. Educators and administrators continue to reach out to us with great interest. It is truly evident that upon approval, we will have more than enough support and all the right participants to successfully carry out this vision. The really great part about this point in the process is that we now have the ability to work together and continue building upon what's been started. We are very much open and so incredibly willing to work with you, to listen, to revise, and to just form a positive relationship moving forward. I sincerely ask that you give us a fair chance. Come to us with questions or clarifications any time of any day, and we will be more than happy to provide answers and have a more collaborative relationship. Personally, as a parent to 4 children, I hope to instill in each of them the importance of hard work, perseverance, and never giving up on our dreams, especially when it comes to education. This is not an easy journey to be on, but I believe and hope that at the end of the day, everyone in this room will decide to put children first. Let's be an example to them of what happens when you work together, when you fearlessly work hard, and when you never, ever give up on your dreams. We have taken the first step, and now I ask each of you, and then I invite you, to take this next step with us, to impartially review and ultimately approve our charter for Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you.
Thank you. Dallas Mangold, followed by Misty Mangold, followed by Laura Vesti.
Hello, I am Dallas Mangold. I am an 11-year-old, and I am the brother of Brooklyn Mangold. I was hoping for Allegiance to open up to all different kids. I think that Allegiance will help my future. I want to be an architect, and I think that'll help me lead to my future. I know STEAM is one of the big things at Allegiance, so I was hoping I could check it my way to the future. I can't tell the future, but I think Allegiance will show me the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Misty Mangold, followed by Laura Vesti, followed by Jennifer Stevens. Misty Mangold.
Hi, my name is Misty Mangold, and I'm speaking for a parent who couldn't come tonight, but everything she's saying, I feel the same way. Good evening. My name is Suzanne Pearson, and I'm the proud mother of 2 boys. My youngest, Anthony, is 6 in the 1st grade, and Taylor is 9 in the 4th grade. Both of my kids attend Rolling Ridge Elementary in Chino Hills. They absolutely love Rolling Ridge and their teachers. I feel extremely blessed to have them there. Tonight, I stand before you in support of Allegiance STEAM Academy. I am beyond excited at the thought of having another great school in our district. As parents, we all want what's best for our children, and it begins with a choice. The choice to choose what's the best option for our children are. What works for some may not work for others. I wholeheartedly believe in Allegiance STEAM Academy's vision and the opportunity for a great education that they can offer the children of our community. I ask you to please stand side by side with us, parents, students, and teachers in support of Allegiance, and let's bring another great school to Chino Valley Unified School District. Thank you.
Thank you. Laura Vesti, followed by Jennifer Stevens, followed by Samantha Odo.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Joseph. My name is Laura Vesti, and I'm a lead petitioner for Allegiance STEAM Academy. I am so proud of the work our team has done to bring a charter school back to Chino Valley. Today, I want to focus on the community outreach we have done thus far. It has been our mission to clarify the perception of charter schools in this community. We want community members to know that they have a choice in their child's education. As we created our program, we knew it was important to become visible in the community in a positive light. We gathered a team of volunteers and walked our target neighborhood near El Rancho Elementary School on 4 different occasions. We walked down Sycamore and across 16th, 17th, and 18th and 19th streets. We understood that many of the residents in this community are Spanish speaking. We recruited members on a volunteer team that are bilingual to ensure that we would not have any communication barriers. We also created flyers in Spanish and English to ensure our program information could be disseminated to everyone in the community. We spoke to many people and listened to their concerns. Quite a few people thought that charter schools were private schools. We explained that charter schools are tuition-free public schools. People complained that they lived right across from the street from an empty campus but had to drive to a different school. We explained our lottery system and that children in our target neighborhood will have a 3-to-1 preference. We also set up information booths at Superior and Rio Ranch supermarkets. We were able to collect many signatures at these events. We have held parent meetings, provided information on social media, and attended STEM expos to inform the community of our program. We have spoken to interested parents, some up to over an hour, who wanted to know how our program will serve everyone equally. It is extremely important to us that there are no perceived barriers to a quality education. I was raised by a single mother, and we lived with my grandparents who were Spanish speakers. I participated in a reduced lunch program growing up, so I can understand the difficulties that my mother went through to provide for me. I understand the difficulties that many families face because I have lived them. It is these experiences that fuel my desires to provide an accessible, high-quality education to children in Chino Valley and beyond. Allegiance will participate in a lunch program that all children can afford. Allegiance will wear uniforms, but we are dedicated to assisting families who may need help in obtaining these uniforms. We have committed ourselves to providing one free uniform shirt to all students at enrollment. Our outreach and collaborative ideas have allowed us to continue to gain the trust and interest of many families. Allegiance will be a family where everyone is welcome. Once you step onto our campus, you will be a part of the family. The community will be a part of our family. Our outreach will not stop when the school is open. Our students will continue positive outreach in the community and be civic leaders. We look forward to building a positive relationship with the CVSD board members and staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer Stevens, followed by Samantha Odo, followed by William Rawl.
Good evening, Superintendent Joseph, President Roscoe, and fellow board members. My name is Jennifer Stevens, and I, along with my husband, are lead petitioners for Allegiance STEAM Academy. Even though we may not be educators, we are devoted to working hard for what is right for our children. When our youngest son was born 9 years ago with a rare genetic condition, we were told to wait for science to catch up in the years to come and not spend the time, money, and energy on trying to move research along. We didn't listen. We instantly went to work without any experience and began our own nonprofit organization, which is responsible for currently funding a Harvard-affiliated medical lab in Boston, where we have 12 researchers from all over the world working on a treatment for our son. Our own research led to a medical discovery, which is now published in the Nature Genetics Medical Journal. When I say we, this is not just myself and my husband, it is our board, our community, and a new family of people we didn't know until we began. I tell you this only because perseverance and passion alone put those wheels into motion. And then we passed on the expertise to our scientists to do their job and work their magic. We have carried over what we have learned with that journey the past 9 years with Allegiance. Our passion and perseverance as parents, just like the other lead petitioners that you will hear from this evening, have brought us all together on this one journey. We didn't want to wait for something to happen, but rather we got together to make it happen and instantly went to work. And we all have brought something that we want in this petition, which will benefit the Chino community. Since my son does have an IEP and is considered a special needs student, there are some key points I would like to share with you about our program. At Allegiance, we want to embrace all student differences as part of our school culture. With the special education program at Allegiance will be referred to as the think tank. We believe in the empowerment of all students, but especially those with disabilities. The think tank will be a full inclusion model utilizing collaborative methodology through the IEP team decision-making process. In accordance with state and federal law, all students with disabilities will be fully integrated into the programs of Allegiance with necessary materials, services, and equipment to support their learning. The great thing about this is Allegiance will have the autonomy over the special education funding and staffing. Students learn better together, and I want Allegiance to be known for a cutting-edge approach to inclusion of special education students. I want to close with a quote from Barbara Colorose, which I think will sum up the culture we wish to have at Allegiance. If kids come to teachers from strong, healthy, functioning families, it makes their job easier. If they do not come from strong, healthy, functioning families, it makes the teacher's job more important. The importance of a positive school culture and a partnership with the teachers and parents can make all the difference in the lives of each student. I ask for your support for Allegiance STEAM Academy, and hopefully together we can make this a reality for children in this community. The Chino community is strong and helped to make our mission for our son's foundation a reality, and I know together we can do the same for this new charter school. Thank you.
Thank you. Samantha Odo, followed by William Rawl, followed by Troy Stevens.
Good afternoon, President Orozco, board members, and Superintendent Joseph. My name is Samantha Odo, and I'm one of the lead petitioners for Allegiance STEAM Academy. I'm very proud and excited about the program outlined in our charter for Allegiance STEAM Academy. With my extensive background in the field of science, it is very exciting to be part of the creation of a school infused with STEAM-based learning. I know that early and consistent exposure to STEAM will only help to better prepare our children to be college and career ready for the years to come. I think back at the time in high school when I was exposed to the field of science by my AP biology teacher and what that exposure has done for me. It gave me an intense thirst for science. I often wonder if I had been exposed to other things at a younger age, would I have chosen this same path? The school would give that opportunity to our children, an exposure of so many different possibilities and paths for them to choose from. It is very inspiring to be part of a team of parents who are so devoted to their children's education. So many lessons have been learned recently about school choice, charter petitions, as well as holding our leaders in education accountable to a very high standard. Our goal is to establish and continuously advocate for leadership built upon integrity for this new school of choice. I believe hard lessons in life only help to teach and strengthen us, and in turn strengthen our resolve for this school to maintain a very open, honest, and transparent governance structure. I would just like to highlight from our charter petition how at least 3 members of the board of directors, regardless of the total number of directors, must be parents of currently enrolled students at all times. Parent involvement will play a large role in the future success of the school, and the governance structure is no exception. A very thorough search for those parents and other community members who truly understand and are invested in our mission for Allegiance will always be top priority. We also invite you, any members of CVUSD, to become an active participant and serve as a representative. We will always maintain and have our district liaison position, as well as help facilitate and foster an open, collaborative, and positive relationship with you at all times. Let us begin that relationship today, though. We want nothing more than to work with you and do whatever it takes to turn this vision into reality. In the field of science, we're always researching, learning, discovering, and are defined by innovation. Allegiance will be no different. It strives to be an innovative environment that will be relevant to this day and age we live in. We want a place for our students to become critical thinkers, civic leaders, and socially responsible citizens. We want a place that sets our children up for success today where they can continue to succeed in the future. We want nothing more than to work together with you to establish this school for our children and all the children who share this desire in our community. Please approve our petition for Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you.
Thank you. William Rawl, followed by Troy Stevens, followed by Nancy Encinas.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is William Raw. I'm one of the lead petitioners for Allegiance STEAM Academy. And we all heard about the old adage that's in the great book that says, love thy neighbor as thyself. Where today I'm here to inform you and to inform my neighbor as myself to let you know about the unique opportunities that we have before us. And something that is so unique as a STEAM Academy at the Chino Unified School District. One of the things that we have here, we have moms. Can you moms raise your hands? Any moms in the room? We have dads. Dads, raise your hand. We have grandparents. Grandparents, raise your hand. And we have grandfathers. Grandfathers, raise your hand. No grandfathers? And so with that, we know that it takes a village to raise our kids. And we would much love to have Allegiance STEAM Academy to be part of that village that not only teaches us about science, technology, engineering, arts, math, but also life skills, character building skills, things about ethics, things about values, something that has been watered down in this day and time. And so that's what it's all about. It's not about us, it's not about them, it's really about we, us, as a collective folk, getting it done to make sure that our kids have the right education, the right opportunities, and the right moments to succeed in life. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Troy Stevens, followed by Nancy Encinas, followed by Sandra Lowe.
Good evening, President Orozco, board members, Superintendent Joseph. My name is Troy Stevens. I'm a founding member and a lead petitioner for Allegiance STEAM Academy. The Allegiance petition was not only written to provide a great, high standard of learning and education for the children of this community, but it was also written to satisfy you, the CVSD board and staff. I personally, along with the other lead petitioners, have been around another charter school that has been trying to get approved over and over again with no success. Through that time, we have stood back and listened to what the district wants, and we now know what is expected of any new charter looking to establish itself in Chino. With that knowledge and with the relationships we have built over the past couple years, we have put before you a charter petition that gives you exactly what you're asking for. With our high focus on the neighborhood kids, a full inclusion model for our special education students, our STEAM Academy's driven curriculum with focus on minorities and young women striving to become more successful and more involved in careers with science and technology. And of course, transparency and with a relationship with CVUSD. This is all covered in this petition. Allegiance even went the extra mile to the point of providing a salary of up to $150,000 a year that we would pay out to CVSD so they would be able to pay somebody to be a liaison between the district and Allegiance. So transparency is never a question. Allegiance also addressed its governance, so parents will always have a voice on the board. So in closing, I leave you with this. We, Allegiance, want to work side by side with you, CVUSD, and staff to make sure that this charter petition is the right one, and whatever concerns that this board or the staff may have, we still have time to sit down together and get it corrected if anything needs to be corrected. We are willing to do whatever it takes to have this school choice back in CVUSD once again. All we want is to be another school in CVUSD that this board and this community can be proud of. We are just looking to give parents who maybe want something different a choice. Remember, it's not always about a better option. It's about having another option. And that other option, hopefully, is Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you.
Thank you. Nancy Encinas, followed by Sandra Lowe, followed by Jennifer Bennett.
Good evening, Mr. Joseph and the board members. My name is Nancy Encinas. I was born and raised in Chino. I went through Richard Gerd School, Ramona Junior High, Chino High School. My mom went to Chino High. My kids went to Chino High. We're very proud of it, to be born and raised here. I have 36 years with Chino Valley Unified School District. The last 15 were in the special ed office, which I loved. I just wanted to let you know that I would really have you consider Allegiance STEAM Academy. I really believe it'll do wonders for my grandson Gavin and Landon and for the other children in our community, and I really hope you consider it. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Sandra Lowe, followed by Jennifer Bennett, followed by Elena Munoz.
Good evening, board members and Superintendent Joseph. My name is Sandra Lowe. I'm here to tell you that I know how positive impact charter schools have on the youth today. As a resident in Chino, in the city of Chino for over 40 years, I fully support school choice, and I support this Allegiance STEAM Academy. Please do the right thing and find a way to approve this petition. Thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer Bennett, followed by Elena Munoz, followed by Tawny Jaimes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer. I'm here speaking on behalf of Edith Rodriguez, who is a teacher at a former charter school that couldn't be here this evening. Greetings from across the world in the Philippines. My name is Edith Rodriguez, and I was a second grade teacher at a charter school in the Chino Valley School District for 2 years. Choosing to work for a charter school was the best decision I made in 2015. I learned the importance of school choice and the importance of collaborating with parents. In that time, I became a better teacher. The vision of a charter school is solely based on the student's success, and this was evident in everything positive the staff and parents did to make sure this happened. When the parents petitioning for Allegiance STEAM Academy told me about the school they hoped to open, I was very excited for them and past students of mine. I thoroughly believe that students I had should have school choice to attend a school model to have success. When I read their philosophy, I find that their goal is to encourage every student to rise, thrive, and be inspired, something all teachers and parents should want for every child, and something every community should pursue. Students should have the right to attend a school where all needs will be met and all of them accepted regardless of their abilities, a place where they will learn to become responsible citizens, critical thinkers, and to be college ready. One thing I learned to enjoy as a charter school teacher was collaborating with parents. I came from a school in Arizona where parents weren't necessarily encouraged to volunteer or be involved. Because of this, many parents were disconnected to their child's education despite my communication with them. However, after working at a charter school that encourages parents to be involved, I noticed the benefits. Parents collaborating with teachers help children reach their maximum potential together. Students are encouraged to try harder, and there is open communication as to what the child needs to excel. Allegiance STEAM Academy is on the right track with their vision, and I hope tonight you can clearly see that. I hope tonight you make the decision to help children have education choices. I hope tonight you give families hope. And I hope tonight that you take a positive risk in believing a school that is meant to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Elena Munoz, followed by Tawny Hymas, followed by Deanna Campana.
Good evening, Mr. Joseph, members of the board. My name is Elena Munoz. I'm a wife, mother of 2 amazing daughters, a member of the Chino community, and currently an educator in CVUSD. So you all are my boss, basically. I've been a certificated substitute for the past 7 years in our district. I've also previously worked as a first grade teacher at a charter school. And what's so interesting to me after working at a public school and a charter school is that we all have common goals for our children, which is student success. The difference is how we choose to get there, neither option, public or charter, being greater than the other. I have seen and learned so much from some phenomenal educators in CVUSD, and I enjoy visiting all of the campuses. I've enjoyed seeing all the positive changes in the district over the years that are preparing our students for success in the 21st century. Today, I ask that you allow STEAM Allegiance Academy to join our already exceptional school district and add even more outstanding educational choices to the community. I ask that you partner with these amazing families that have spent endless hours creating this petition for a fresh start with a new charter school in our district. There is a need for school choice in this community, and these parents have the courage to create it for us. A brand new charter with new people, new teachers, and new programs that address all students' learning needs. Please consider Allegiance STEAM Academy for a new charter school option in our community by creating a relationship with Allegiance built on honesty, trust, and transparency. Let's team together to bring school choice back to Chino. Thank you.
Thank you. Tawny Hymas, followed by Deanna Campana, followed by Ross Higgins.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Tawny Hymas, and I am a mom to 4 kids. We recently moved here from Colorado, and I was so excited to live in Chino because I have heard some great things about this community. However, I was very disappointed when I found out that this school district no longer has any charter schools. School choice has always been very important to me, and I think that it would be very beneficial for this district as well as the entire community to have a school like Allegiance STEAM Academy. I have been very impressed by everything that I have read and heard about this program so far. I especially think it could help to add another school with the overcrowding classrooms there are currently. I would love for my kids to be able to attend there one day, and I truly hope that they will be able to do just that. I have always taken an active role in my kids' education, and I am just amazed with all the parents here tonight that care so much about education for their kids as well. It's hard for me to understand why this would not be something to celebrate. You are all leaders in this education system that have our kids' best interest in mind, and we are parents who are invested in our kids' education, wanting what is best for them now. There are so many great things I have read about this charters program that I think you would be proud to have a school such as this one as part of your district. I hear many parents asking for more choices, and now I see a great choice before you. So please, don't make this harder than it has to be. This choice should be an easy one to approve the petition for Allegiance STEAM Academy, and I hope and ask that you do just that. Thank you.
Thank you. Deanna Campana, followed by Ross Higgins, followed by Karen Brohanan.
I know. New hair, new school, whatever it takes. I want to share a personal story. In 1989, I earned my BS in child development. I also had a little boy named Sam. What a lucky boy Sam was, because his mommy was an expert in child development, or at least I believe so. Sam was a textbook baby. Everything the book said he would do, he did. Whenever he'd get in trouble, I'd pull out the timeout chair. He'd sit there, reflect, and never do it again. I was the perfect mother of the perfect baby. Of course, I wasn't going to limit my expertise in child rearing on one child, so I had another baby, this time a beautiful girl named Emily. I still remember the first time Emily got into a little bit of trouble. I pulled out the timeout chair, had her sit down, and waited for the magic to happen. Little Miss Emily looked at me like I was crazy, jumped off the chair, and walked into the other room. I stood there, mouth on the floor, and scared to death. What the heck do I do now? This is when I first realized that all children are different. This realization was reinforced with every single class I had the honor to teach from 1990 to 2017. 3 of my former students are on your walls, and I want to know how that happened, because I think that's pretty cool. What works for one child most definitely will not work for another child. And who knows best what works for children but their parents? There must be choices available. No matter what you do, you cannot fit a square peg into a round hole. This is the philosophy that is the core of my teaching. So let's talk about allegiance. You have a group of exceptional parents who passionately believe in a school of choice. They want something different for their children, and they've done their homework. This does not mean that district schools and teachers don't measure up. Absolutely not true. Some of the finest teachers are right here in Chino Unified. These parents just want something different, something that will better fit the needs of their children. I first came and spoke to you almost a year ago. It doesn't get any easier. I still feel like I'm going to throw up. I came to speak to you on behalf of the teachers and the children. That's who I care about. These are the individuals that I care about with a mama bear intensity, and I will continue to stand up for them until I cannot stand anymore. I heard you wanted teachers to speak in support of Allegiance. The call went out, but many said they couldn't. You know why? Because they're afraid. I am too. This has been an incredibly stressful year for everyone. They also believe passionately in school of choice, but they also believe in providing food for their families. So many broken promises. We are all just tired. Please do not let the lack of teacher speakers influence your decision. They'd be here if they could. In closing, I want to acknowledge that we have all been through a lot. Please learn from the past, move forward, let's work together and be an example for all to see, especially the children.
Thank you. Ross Higgins, followed by Karen Brohanan, followed by Franklin Peck.
Good evening. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak here tonight, and I have my opinions considered. My name is Ross Higgins, and I have 4 children under the age of 10. I grew up in the Inland Empire and spend most of my time living here. I work in the City of Industry, where I'm a part of a team that builds e-commerce websites and mobile apps for a leading online-only retailer. In business, competition drives innovation. School choice also creates competition. I believe this is a good thing. I believe every student in the district benefits when schools are held accountable and parents are able to pursue the most appropriate learning environment for their children. For my family, school choice would allow us to select a school that aligns with our family's values. School choice allows me to ask, what do I want my kids to learn? What attributes will be most critical for our children to learn to become successful in their adult life? And then have the opportunity to seek out schools that best fit our family's needs and wants. In a world of rapidly accelerating technology, understanding how technologies work, how to apply them, and their potential for benefiting society is, in my opinion, critical to the children's future. In my company, we are exploring and applying the latest technologies such as machine learning, augmented and virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and robotics to solve problems and innovate to stay ahead of the competition. By the time my children enter the workforce, they will be utilizing technology we can't even imagine at this time. It is for these reasons I'm supporting the Allegiance STEAM Academy's charter school proposal. I request that you also approve the petition and give the parents of Chino Valley another choice for the education of their children. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen Bohannon, followed by Franklin Peck, followed by Julie Leonard.
Hi, my name is Karen Bohannon, and I'm a lifelong resident of Chino. I am proud to have gone through the Chino school districts just like my parents. I live across the street from where former OPA resided, and I am saddened to see a deserted campus where once filled many lives with so much joy. I hope a new charter school is brought to our community and you support the efforts of Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you.
Thank you. Franklin Peck, followed by Julie Leonard, followed by Celeste Burrows.
Good evening. It's good to be back here again and see all your beautiful faces. I have to say that I am kind of excited about the opportunities we have in front of us. The things that we've gone through over the last, I don't say year and a half, have been good and bad. So I'll give you a quick update. I spoke before here. I know some of you guys quite well. I'm the one with the most extremely beautiful wife, an amazing 4 children, so she's right there. But I have to say that my children have gone on into different opportunities. One son's in high school now, and he's doing really well. And I have to say that where he was before, the charter school that he was in, really prepared him for Ayala. And he's thriving. He's doing a really good job. He loves being there, and he's just running across country. He's just doing so well. The other 3 kids are in a school in the district, and they're doing well, but you know, it's not the same. You know, the 3 of them come home every other day and ask if we could teach them at home. And so that's kind of the, you know, the idea, the thing that I think we're missing is the one thing that I realize we're missing is the culture. The culture of what we have now. The children, you know, they're learning, they're thriving, they're getting good grades, but what they're not doing is having that strong desire, the happiness of wanting to learn. And I think that that's what the new opportunity we have brings for us, is the opportunity to bring that culture to our children. You know, I don't know anybody else. Has anybody else studied STEAM before? I don't. The only thing I know about STEAM is that it's hot. I don't know anything else but other than it's hot, and I don't really, you know, it's hot. And the thing is that all I know is that after talking to the parents that are trying to put the school together, it's not like it's people looking to make money. It's parents, and they're coming together and they're wanting to work with you, the school board, and you guys have a chance to leave a legacy behind. You know, whether you're moving on or whether you're staying here, do you want to leave school choice for the kids here in Chino, the Chino Valley, or do you want to just leave status quo, the way things are? Just so you know, I don't know if you know this, 22 to 26% of Ohio students are in charter schools. It's a big difference. California doesn't have it that way. Kansas has 24%, Washington, D.C. 20 to 24, Arizona, 1 in 4 public schools are charter schools. And we don't have one here in Chino. We don't have a choice. My children are doing well. But really, being outside of the last charter school, I can see what they're missing is that culture. And I'm hoping, I'm begging that you can work well with the parents that are trying to bring this change here to our Chino Valley School District and make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Julie Leonard, followed by Celeste Burrows, followed by Adriana Tabanero.
Good evening. My name is Julie Leonard. Sorry for my voice. I'm a mother of 2, and I am a pro-school choice supporter. I'm excited for Allegiance because I have a little daughter whose dream is to be a scientist. I'm so excited for Allegiance. Right now, I pay out of pocket for my daughter to take her foreign language lessons. I pay out of pocket for her to be able to be involved in the arts and physical education. I love that Allegiance will include all of these lessons into their program. Arts and foreign language are so amazing for students' overall education. Allegiance's STEAM approach for education is a very well-rounded program. My daughter's love for science, however, pardon me. My daughters love science, however, most places do not approach science as a hands-on activity. I pay for my daughters to take science classes as well as the supplies for them at home for me to teach them home science experiments. There is more learned when you can make something, when you can feel it, watch it, the experiment go, experience what it is that you're being taught in front of you. All of this is part of Allegiance's program. I love charter school's approach to not everyone learns in the same way. and not everyone can fit into the same box. Everyone in this room is different, and we all learn differently. I am one of them. We all as children would have benefited from school choice if it was available when I was a child. I'm sure you would have loved to have been in a school just like Allegiance is offering, as I would have been. That is what is here before you now, and I hope that you make the decision that you as a child would have liked, which would have been to be part of the STEAM program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Celeste Burrows, followed by Adriana Tabanero, followed by Margarita Casio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Celeste Burrows. I am here to speak about school choice and the support of Allegiance STEAM Academy. I lived in Chino for nearly 25 years. I grew up in the 70s, and even then, school choice was prevalent in Chino. The school board back then approved an opening of a school that's main focus was the fundamentals of education. That school back then was approved, that main focus was teaching our children the basic fundamentals of education. In 1978, that school opened its doors out off of Riverside Drive by the name of Chino Fundamental. I was 8 years old and then really had no idea about how valuable my education would be in the shaping of my future. It was our parents' responsibility. It was our parents' responsibility then, and as a parent now, it still is. We have an obligation to our children. I'm just going to go ahead and read this so I don't mess up anymore. Excuse me. We have an obligation to our children to make these choices for them. Education is so important to our future. Our children are our future. Back to my story. When I was 8, our neighboring school was the newly opened Alicia Cortez. I thought, cool. I was able to walk to school, hang out with my friends all day and after school. However, my parents thought otherwise. They made a choice and believed that the best education for myself and my siblings was Chino Fundamental. The school was several miles away, but that didn't matter. It was my parents' decision and their responsibility of shaping their 8-year-old daughter's mind and ensuring that she would have the best education. It was their choice to pick a school that was suitable for their children to thrive and have a better future. As a child, I was an example of a parent's school choice. I continued on with Chino Fundamental system, attending Chino Fundamental Middle School off of Ramona Avenue, went on to high school, and continued my higher education. I'm a parent of 4 children. One is in his second year at University of Tennessee, a daughter who is a senior in high school and will be attending a 4-year university next fall, and my 2 youngest, who I'm speaking on behalf of today. I'm asking the board to allow myself and many others who want the best education suitable for their children to have a choice in Allegiance STEAM Academy, just like my parents did back in the 70s with Chino Fundamental. We as parents' primary goal is to give our children the best life possible, to make good choices for them until they are ready to make their own. I was an example of a great school choice, and I want my children to be an example of a great school choice in Allegiance STEAM Academy. Thank you for your time and attention to our children today and always.
Thank you.
Adriana Tabanero, followed by Margarita Casio, followed by Karen Cabandama.
Good evening, board members. My name is Adriana Tabernero, and I am the mother of an 8-year-old daughter. I have an 8-year-old daughter. When my husband and I first started to look for a school for our daughter, you would have thought she was going off to college. She was only starting kindergarten. Choosing a school was a big deal. Choosing the right school was even a bigger deal. We were fortunate to attend a charter school for 1 year. It was a great year. That's why I'm here to support school choice. As parents, we feel that we have the right to choose the education we want for our children, to have a preference of where and how we want that school to be, and that it has all the elements we are looking for, to have other options. That's why I'm supporting Allegiance STEAM Academy. We feel that Allegiance STEAM Academy fulfills what we are looking for in a school, bringing new ideas and innovative methods of teaching to its students with an educational approach to science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I have been out in the community talking with people and collecting signatures and saw what a great demand there was for school choice. I am here today so that we can work together as a community to help extend school choice to hundreds of children in Chino Valley so that every child has the same chance to live out their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you.
Margarita Cosio, followed by Karen Cabandama.
Let's see, my English in Barrera is working. Good night, everybody and everyone. Buenas noches a todos y cada uno de ustedes. Tonight, I just want to say how much I support the school choice and Allegiance STEM Academy. I believe this is an opportunity that is very much needed in this community and for my family. When I came to this country, I was very grateful for the many freedoms and choices that became available to me. I do not take that for granted, and this is why I value the school choice so much. Many people do not get this opportunity, and I really hope that you allow this community to have more choices. Education is very important to me, and I really want a school that I feel will be best for my son. Everything I have heard and read about this academy makes me believe that it will be the best school for my son. That is why I'm asking you tonight, please, please, approve this charter. Allow us to have more choices, and please help make many dreams come true. My own one was be a mathematician. I couldn't do it in my own country. Maybe he will want to be a dancer, a singer, I don't know. Just please give us the opportunity to have more choices. Por favor, siempre le he escuchado que usted tiene un corazón grande cuando pelea por las causas pequeñas. Esta es ahora una causa pequeña para nosotros, pero es muy importante. Yo sé que usted puede ayudarnos. Gracias.
Thank you. Gracias.
Karen Cabandama, followed by Anthony Valenzuela, followed by Ingrid Johnson.
Good evening, board members. I'm here just to express my strong support for the petition that's presented before you for Allegiance STEAM Academy. As a parent, I'm asking that you approve this petition. Allegiance STEAM Academy has a clear path to achieving success for all students by using high academic standards, professional development, student involvement, parent engagement, student recognition, and positive behavior support. Allegiance will also be offering multiple opportunities for students such as visual and performing arts, world language, science lab, in which it will provide hands-on experience. But the most important of all is that Allegiance STEAM Academy will welcome and serve students regardless of their learning style and will meet all students' unique learning needs. As a parent, why wouldn't I want that for my kids? A safe environment, a place where I know that the people behind this are people who I trust, and I know they will be doing anything in their power to make this a successful program for our kids. Please consider approving this petition. There are many families in my situation who will be forever be thankful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Valenzuela, followed by Ingrid Johnson, followed by Dara Diamond.
Good evening, board members. My name is Anthony Valenzuela. I'm here seeking your support for Allegiance STEAM Academy. To give you some background about me, I grew up and graduated from Chino Valley Unified School District with some college education. Since my plan was to become a firefighter, however, I've been married for about 20 years having... Since my plan was to become a firefighter, however, after being married at the age of 20 and having our first child at 22, my life took a detour. I've been very goal-oriented and strive to provide a better life for myself and my family. This is how I accomplished and found myself as a journeyman lineman at the age of 26. My wife and I have been married for 14 years and have four beautiful children. In being goal-oriented and always striving for better, when my wife and I became parents, we found ourselves with two of our kids needed IEPs. Right then we knew we needed to find the best education for our children. However, after placing them in a public school, we found our kids became complacent as they were not being challenged to their full potential, and that we did not want them to fall behind. As parents, we work hard to build a strong foundation for our children. Parents are to encourage, inspire, discipline, and give consistency and security to our children so that they may get through life and work towards accomplishing their goals and dreams. That is why I'm here standing before you as an advocate for my children's education and future. We want the best for our children, and we know that is Allegiance STEAM Academy will provide that. My family and I stand behind and support Allegiance STEAM Academy, believe that because we are a group of parents with not just a dream, but a common goal to help our children succeed and reach their full potential. I just hope and pray that you may aid us in our choice. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we go on, I'm going to ask that we take a 5-minute break. 5 minutes. Back to our speakers. Mrs. Kaler.
Ingrid Johnson, followed by Dara Diamond, followed by Mindy Moon.
Good evening, board members and members of the audience. I'm Ingrid Johnson. I am the co-founder and president of the Council of African American Parents, a 25-year-old nonprofit organization that works to empower and engage families in this region. And we are very excited and supportive of the petition by the Allegiance STEAM Academy because we know what it takes to make sure that our kids are globally prepared to meet the demands of the world. And I just want to urge you to really have an open mind and really think about the option that it is for parents. It's not an option for all parents, but it is a great option for a lot of parents. And I just want to leave you with the words of breathe in hope, breathe out fear, breathe in love, breathe out doubt. Breathe in power and breathe out whatever would prevent you from approving this petition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dara Diamond, followed by Mindy Moon, followed by Patty Placencia.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Dara Diamond, and my husband and I are the proud parents of a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old daughter. And our 8-year-old daughter loves math, loves science, and wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up. We celebrate Allegiance STEAM Academy's mission to prepare students to prepare for the future and be leaders in fields of technology, the cutting edge of research, and equally important, a school that fosters arts. If I may share with you a quote from Ken Robinson. The arts, sciences, humanities, physical education, languages, and math are all equal and have central contributions to make to student education. Our task is to educate their whole being so that they can face the future. We may not see the future, but it is our job to help them make something of themselves. I stand before you today thankful for attending a public school that fostered art and science and education. I would have never dreamed of becoming a fashion designer in the apparel manufacturing industry, a creative director, and traveling all over the world. My work was my passion and what I enjoyed doing. And I had parents that instilled in my brothers and sisters and I that if you find something that you enjoy doing, you'll never have to work a day in your life. And for 17 years, I can tell you, I've had a blast. The dedicated board members of Allegiance STEAM Academy have outlined this school's charter and vision that educates all of its students, no matter race, background, social or economic status, preparing the students to thrive in education, in college, and on the global market stage. We are enthused about the possibility of having our students attend a school of choice and about the excellent educational environment in which to develop their talents and shape them into the future leaders of tomorrow. This is what Allegiance STEAM Academy offers its community. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote by John Dewey, U.S. philosopher and educator. What the best and wisest parents want for his own child, that must the community want for all of its children. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mindy Moon, followed by Patty Placencia, followed by Paula Ramirez.
Hello, my name is Mindy Moon. Whew, this is nerve-wracking. Sorry, bear with me. I've never spoke before you before. I'm reading a letter from Michael Hurley, a former CVUSD teacher who is currently working on his postgraduate degree at Harvard University. Charter schools are where ideas and innovation flourish. They give teachers the freedom and hope that they can make changes. They can make the change they've always wanted to make. Very few can survive the intense process of becoming a credentialed teacher without having a true passion for education. Teachers want to be given the opportunity to succeed by responding to the needs of their students and empowered enough to feel like they can. I believe charters can offer this opportunity. As a teacher, what I appreciate most about charter schools is the forward-looking, constantly evolving approach to education. If a certain curriculum was outdated in scope, my team and I could take a short walk, have a deep discussion with our leaders, and make a change. As a charter school employee, I felt my school was a responsive institution willing to make just-in-time change when it was best for the student. There were no waiting weeks, months, or years for approval. If it was what was best for the kids, it could happen right away as needed. As a teacher, that is a heavenly feeling. Teachers are professionals whose expertise is relied upon in the classroom each day, yet their voices become more whispers by the time they reach the highest levels of administration. Charters offer teachers the proximity to the key organizational decision makers that give their voice a clear and open channel. Each student site is part of its own unique community. No two schools will be the same, each coming with its own specific strengths and needs. Teachers are tasked with responding to the variability and produce an excellent education experience for their students. Charter schools allow teachers to coordinate those responses with key decision makers and feel directly involved in bettering their community. We need more of these teachers-connected communities to grow and prosper. Thank you.
Thank you.
Patty Placencia, followed by Paulo Ramirez, followed by Alex Sutliff.
Good evening to all. Thank you for, again, listening to us. Your community, our community. I come to you as a supporter for STEAM Academy, Allegiance STEAM Academy, right? And because I'm a supporter of the petition, not only do I come on behalf of my kids, today I brought them all, but I come on behalf of my friends, the ones that cannot be here, the Spanish-speaking friends, the ones that live within the Chino Valley Unified School District, and the ones that do not, that would love to come for school choice. I do believe in school choice. I do believe it is something different for us. My children would, love that. They love the differences. Mama loves the differences. And it's just a different type of community because these parents have gone a little bit, have taken one more step to apply to be in a school of choice. And so you know that everybody's going to be more invested in this particular school. And that's what I want. I want parents that are like-minded. I want parents that are going to come and work with their kids, work with the teachers, work with staff. I want a wonderful community. I've been living in Chino for 16 years, and I love it here. I don't want to move. I want you to be my voice. I want you to step up and just vote yes for Allegiance. If there's something wrong, please come, let them know. I'm not a petitioner, I'm nobody. I just tell you, I like to talk though. I just come, please let them know beforehand because I've seen, the recommendations and it just saddens my heart. It saddens my heart, no because of this, no because of that. If there's any possible way just to fix that before those recommendations come, I ask you, please do that. I also come to you with a thankful heart because you guys listen to us. It's been a long evening for you all. It's been a long evening for my kids. They're done. It's been a long evening for many of the kids. But I come to you with a thankful heart because you listen. I come to you because I'm thankful for the people that petitioned. Because I didn't do it, but I know that it takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort. And it takes effort, and they have to leave their kids. And right now, they are my voice too, because I'm homeschooling my kids, and I wish I could tell you that I'm thriving, but no, I'm surviving. It's 3 different grade levels, but I love my kids, but that's my school choice. It's my choice right now to be able to do that. So I thank you so much, and I ask that you do listen to your community, which is my community. God bless you.
Thank you.
Paula Ramirez, followed by Alex Sutliff, followed by Maria Hassanoff.
Hello, board members. How are you guys doing?
This time I come with my whole family here, and I'm using them as an example. Sorry, kids. But this one is Allie and Nico, and she's age 9 and 6. And she would be like my Sam from his Campania, and he would be like my Emily. Okay, so totally same family, same mom and dad, totally different kids. So even the way they learn, one is more apt to the arts and science, and the other one's totally into technology and all that good stuff. And so with STEAM Academy Allegiance, my goodness, both of them are going to be striving and just having a good old time at school. And that's exciting as a parent when they come and they're like, I want to go to school and I want to learn, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I know with these two kids, I can't speak for all the kids, but I know my two kids, once they're immersed into a program such as STEAM, she might turn now into the technology one, and then he's going to turn into the arts or the science one. And so kids are different in every stage, in every age, in every environment. And so like our own kids in our own family are different, kids in our community, each one of them are different, just like their parents are different, just like every single one of you in this room are different. Husband and I, totally different. Literally different. The way we learn, the way we hear things, everything, right? Totally, it's not even a man-woman thing. It's just we're different. But we make it happen because we are a family, and in our household, we are a community. In Chino, this is one huge household, but it's our community. And so we ask you board members to just help us make this happen for our kids. It's really about them, not just my two kids. It's going to be a lottery, I know it. And even if they don't get in, 2 more kids will take their place, and I will just be just as thrilled for those 2 kids to get in and experience that and just be immersed in that kind of environment where they're learning about science, technology, engineering, arts, math. I mean, hello, can we make math fun? That's going to be a miracle right there, okay? I mean, to have my daughter be excited about math and not like her mama, that is worth saying yes to the petition for. So again, we just come to you humbly asking for this approval for this charter. I just swallowed my gum. It's totally okay. it's in there. Yes. We thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate you guys, and we just are looking forward to working with you guys, and I'm looking forward to coming up here again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex Sutliff. Alex Sutliff, followed by Maria Hassanoff, followed by Nick Stroud.
Good evening, Superintendent Joseph and the members of the board. My name is Alex Sutliff, and I am a resident of Chino and a parent of 2 elementary school children. I'm here tonight to share my support for Allegiance STEAM Academy's charter petition. I believe that school choice is very important, and Allegiance STEAM Academy is a school that I would choose for my children. The focus on science, technology, engineering, and math is exciting to me. I feel that it would give my children the necessary skills to enter today's job market. I am also excited for a school that offers languages and a variety of enrichment activities necessary for a well-rounded education. The child-focused learning environment is also a very highly appealing aspect of this school's charter to me, allowing my children to excel in ways that are unique to them. I have already witnessed this board for Allegiance STEAM Academy volunteering their own time and relevant education and experience to help educate children in our community in an enthusiastic and engaging way. I have seen their passion for education, and I am hopeful that they will be given the opportunity to share that with many more children. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you. Maria Hassanoff, followed by Nick Stroud, followed by Raquel Diaz.
Good evening, Superintendent Wayne Joseph, President Orozco, and members of the board. My name is Maria Hasanoff, and I am a proud resident of Chino, California. As a parent, one of the greatest investments we can make is to provide our children with not only the best, but a phenomenal and unique learning experience where they can obtain an extraordinary education. I strongly believe our children deserve not only the best, but the highest quality education available in our community. This education should include an amazing journey with the greatest learning experience and providing them with the highest standard of education attainable. I believe that this can be achieved by giving each parent the opportunity to choose the educational setting that they feel is mostly suited to their child's educational strengths. There's a quote that states, "Never settle for less than you deserve. Demand the best, accept nothing less." I am not willing to settle, and this is why I stand here today and humbly ask, please vote on a yes on our School of Choice, Allegiance STEAM Academy. I thank you in advance for your time and your support on the vote for yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Stroud, followed by Raquel Diaz, followed by Rachel Pownell.
Hello, everybody. Yep, it's terrifying speaking in public. I am terrified, but I would do anything for my kids, and I think that's the sentiment shared here. I can read this, and it's, I think I put things brilliantly, and then everybody else comes up ahead of me and just blows things out of the water, so I'm nowhere near as brilliant as I'd like to think I am. I can share kind of a unique perspective on this as far as the parent involvement. I'm going to tell you a quick story that I don't talk about much. My daughter, who spoke here tonight, when she was born, she had a traumatic birth, something happened. And she grew up, and my wife was all over her. My wife is probably the most brilliant person I know. And she started to notice things, little milestones that weren't being hit. And doctor said, no, it's nothing. She's a toddler, she toddles. But my wife knew in her heart that there was something wrong, something was going on. And because of my wife getting my daughter to the proper places, you can tell no difference between my daughter and anybody else. You can't see the disability because my wife knew, and she made the effort to go forward and get the different therapies, the occupational, physical, and that kind of intuition from a parent is exactly what's being brought here tonight, and that's unique. That's nowhere else, and that's something that Allegiance will offer as a community. So thank you very much for your time, and please bear with me because I am terrified.
Thank you.
Rachel Diaz, followed by Raquel Pownell, followed by Xochitl Neri.
Hi, my name is Raquel Diaz, and I have 3 wonderful children with different styles of learning. After reviewing Allegiance petition, I want this program for my kids. They need a STEAM program that will give them hands-on learning. I know my kids. I know that traditional sit, listen, and retain is not the way for them to retain information. I want them to be exposed to technology. After all, at this day and age, technology is the way of the future and the way we're doing it right now. Say yes to Allegiance STEAM Academy. It's a great addition to the Chino community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel Pownell, followed by Xochitl Neri, followed by Justin Jerry. Rachel Pownell. Xochitl Neri. Justin Jerry. Rebecca Garcia. Rebecca.
How is it? Hi, everyone. Thank you for hanging in there and listening to our beautiful family here. I want to thank you for your service and thank you for all that you do for our community. I've been a resident of Chino for close to 20 years, and I've seen so much development, so much growth, some peaks, some valleys. And I'm just so excited, and I just want to share with you how much I support Allegiance and the caliber of the petitioners that are supporting this and that are heading this. The caliber is just amazing and impressive. There's so many letters after their names that I couldn't keep up, but more importantly, their hearts are amazing to take this bull by the horns and really make something out of nothing. And we're just so thankful that they stepped up to speak for us. And I have a fifth grader that I explained to him, how would you like to go to a school that offers science and technology and engineering and arts? Well, he wasn't too keen about the arts, but he liked the math because he knew that this was an opportunity that's not available here unless he's in his Boy Scouts. He goes out to Boy Scouts, he gets interested in a merit badge, and he goes for it in engineering, or he goes for it in, he had to do art. That was a merit badge that he worked on. So I'm grateful that he would have this opportunity in his school on a daily basis. Something more than just football, because he thinks he's going to be a pro football player. And I just want him to be exposed to more than that if he wants to buy that Lamborghini he keeps talking about, you know. And there's more in Chino that nowadays than there used to be. And I told him, you got to study. You got to study, you got to work hard. And it's just the opportunities that I hear. My cousin works at the one in Ontario, Montclair, and she says they have a huge waiting list in their STEM program at Ontario at Vineyard. And there's another one in Upland. And it's just, I mean, not to, you know, it's gaining steam. STEM is gaining steam. So I just want you to please consider our petition. Please really see the need, and thank you for listening to our family and our community here. Thank you.
Thank you. Arlene Quizon.
Okay. Hi, board members. My name is Arlene Quizon. I have 3 kids who are in CVUSD. My oldest is in 4th grade, my daughter is in kinder, and my youngest is 1-year-old. I'm speaking to you today to let you know that our family supports Allegiance STEAM Academy. We support school choice, and we support what Allegiance stands for. My son started at a new school this year. His teacher and the school staff welcomed us with open arms. It was nice to see familiar faces in this class, but the transition was still tough for him. He's still having a hard time. During one of his meltdowns about 2 to 3 weeks ago, he wrote me a lengthy letter, about 4 pages, back and front, which is huge for a 4th grader. He wrote how he wasn't happy and he no longer wanted to go to his current school, and he wanted to try something different. It was hard to have that talk to him, to let him know that right now there are no other options for him. I can see how having some uniformity within the school district can be beneficial, especially if a child is switching from one school to another. But what if that system does not work for that child? What are the other options? If there's a different type of school that he could try. My husband and I both work to support our family. We cannot afford private school, and homeschooling is not an option for our family. Our conversation ended with him letting him know that he needed to continue to do his best and grind through. We know it's hard, but if he still feels strongly, by the end of the year, hopefully more options will become available. When we heard about Allegiance, the school piqued our interest, to say the least. I was excited to hear who the lead petitioners were. The lead petitioners are parents, just like me, looking to provide options and just trying to provide the very best for their kids. I'm excited to hear that Allegiance will have enrichment classes such as drama, art, music, and foreign language to help grow our kids to well-rounded individuals. what excites me most about the idea of this was the STEAM lab, where the possibilities are endless on what the kids can learn. They can create, design through learn through hands-on learning experiences. Our children deserve to have this type of school as an option. School choice will not and should not divide our district, but unify us. Our family and many other families support Allegiance. Please support our children and make Allegiance STEAM Academy a reality in our district. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more? Okay, so that concludes our speakers. So I want to thank everyone for coming out and for your comments, especially all the students who spoke. Students, you did an excellent job in speaking. You did really well. And so with that, that concludes the hearing at 6:57, and we will move on to the next item, please.
Item 2A2, Sycamore Preparatory Academy Charter School Petition.
And that is to recommend the Board of Education adopt resolution number 2017/2018-28, adopting findings regarding the Sycamore Preparatory Academy Charter School petition pursuant to Education Code 47605B. Are there any speakers?
We have two speakers, Fatima Kristerna Adami, followed by Barbara Hale.
Good evening, board and community. Once again, Fatima with the California Charter Schools Association here tonight asking for your approval of Sycamore Preparatory Academy as a Chino Unified Charter School. CCSA has a process by which we can publicly advocate for approval of a new petition. A new petition, both for a new school or a replicating school, must be reviewed by our team in order for a representative like me to show up, send emails, make calls in support of a school. Due to time constraints, not all schools who have submitted petitions to you recently, or some didn't want to, haven't been able to complete our review process, which is fine. As a consequence, we stand before you only being able to speak to the petition of one school, Sycamore Prep. That does not mean that we do not support Allegiance or OPA. On the contrary, we continue to fight for their right to exist, whether it's under your authorization or not. I've been called a traitor. Board Member Hale has been called an opportunist, and those are just two of the nicest words I can share in public. All that could not be further from the truth. We stand before you in support of all parent choice. Having said that, CCSA's team of experts have reviewed Sycamore's petition and your staff findings and disagree with all of the non-legally compliant reasons given for the recommendation of denial. It is unclear if the CPA is familiar with the nuances of charter school finances and funding. For example, PCSPG, otherwise known as a startup grant, cannot be included in the budget because the RFA has not been released by the state yet, and therefore the petitioner cannot assume they will receive startup funding. The budget is responsibly conservative. The findings make false assumptions about what is to be included in the petition. At best, they are opinions. At worst, they are lies. Assurances are statements that schools will comply with all relevant and legal ed code requirements. It is not necessary for the petitioner to state out every provision of the law that they assure that they will comply by. That is the purpose of the assurances page. Findings, number 2, findings can make statements like constructivist theory is time-consuming. It is unclear what it means, as it is a very subjective statement. There are schools currently operating this type of program and are successfully implementing constructions of this theory. Your statement that it is time-consuming is an opinion and not a legal reason for denial. The current Sycamore Preparatory Academy's LCAP cannot be a reason for denial because it is separate from the current petition before you. The special education findings request information already stated throughout the assurances that would be implemented throughout the school's SELPA. There are many places in the findings where staff say, although the petition complies with blank, in other words, the petition meets legal requirements, but staff prefers other details. There are lots of findings I could go through, but I cannot do it in the time constraint. So once again, it is unfortunate that the district staff has used law firms and CPAs not familiar with charter school law and California Ed Code and continues to use non-legal reasons for recommending denial. It is the hope of the California Charter Schools Association
Thank you. Your
that
time
the
is
board
up.
operate
Thank
within
you.
the law. Thank you.
Barbara Hale.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Joseph. I contemplated whether or not I should speak tonight because I'm fully aware of Mr. Joseph's perfect record on resolutions presented to this board, so I understand that nothing I say is going to change the minds of those that will vote this evening. However, I feel I should go on the record to demonstrate just a few of the many flaws in your findings. To begin with, your claim of lack of public support. We submitted more than the required number of parent signatures with our petition. That in itself demonstrates public support. Further, the submission of our Prop 39 request had roughly 375 signatures, demonstrating growing support, and we have yet to implement our marketing plan. Your financial findings claim that we don't know what we're doing because we didn't include PCSGP. My response to that is your reviewer doesn't know what he's doing because funding determination has not been released and isn't expected until January or possibly February. So first, my mom taught me not to count my chickens before they're hatched. This is solid, proven, and time-tested fiscal management practice. Second, if the determination would have been released and we would have applied, we would not have had an award letter yet, so that would have been used to claim a fiscal deficit. Finally, including it only improves the fiscal viability of our school, one that already has a financial stability without the PCSGP. I can pick apart every single one of the claims in these so-called findings, but I'm only provided 3 minutes to speak tonight, and not one of you has made any attempt to communicate with me, so I completely understand that it doesn't matter how wrong they are in this forum. By you, I mean board members, not Mr. Joseph. He was gracious enough to give me over an hour. I'm very sorry that this board has the experience that it had with the charter community, and as I stated in my very lengthy email to all of you, I apologized for responding to that situation emotionally. It's very unfortunate that the decision has been made to paint all charter operators with a broad brush and try to insinuate malfeasance when there is none. The only other item I'm going to address tonight is the choice of schools you used to compare my current school's performance. How did you choose those schools? Because they are not schools that our students would otherwise attend. They are not geographically the closest. They are not demographically similar. In fact, we have exactly 18 students from those schools, only 12 of which are in the testing grades. The schools that the majority of my students would otherwise attend are Lakeland Village, Ronald Reagan, David Brown, and Donald Graham. From these schools, I have 323 of our 590 students, 207 of which are in testing grades. I provided you with the comparison straight from the dashboard, and you can see that we're outperforming every single one of them with 12% of our population in special education, mainstream, fully supported. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Board members, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Mrs. Blair makes the motion. May I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Fikes, seconds. Questions or comments, board members? Mr. Joseph?
I think the findings are pretty self-evident, and with that, I would ask the board to vote yes on my recommendation to deny the Sycamore Academy petition.
Okay, since I don't see any lights, we will, board members will go ahead and do as we have as all the others with the roll call vote. Mrs. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Cruz?
No.
Mrs. Fikes?
Yes.
Mr. Knopf?
Aye.
And I say yes. So the motion passes with a vote of 4-1, and that concludes our business. I now adjourn the special meeting of the Board of Education at 7:04. Thank you.